Today's story is the day. Everything my dolls, everyone around me. My cousin went to sleep in the other room. As I'm writing this, I heard a coyote right under my window. I can't help it but think that it might jump up to the room. The window is blocked by some old rusty iron bars, but the gap between them is wide enough so the coyote could G. My cousin went to sleep in the other room. As I'm writing this, I heard a coyote right under my window. I can't help it but think that it might jump up to the room. The window is blocked by some old rusty iron bars, but the gap between them is wide enough so the coyote could get through. But knowing the wildlife here, it most likely won't. At least I hope so. We are at the old house, in the middle of the forest, therefore it is pitch black. Back then when I was young, I could never sleep under these circumstances. I had nightmares about figures I couldn't explain, dolls dancing in the hallway. Perhaps all those were masks that my real fears wore at night, even though those things no longer frighten me. But my inner child whispers a thing or two about a doll with a red dress and a crack on its left shoulder. It's late May, and it's getting warmer. The old house is built from thick stone bricks. At summer, it accumulates the day heat. At noon, we usually go join the family at my uncle's house. When we go back at night, the accumulated heat is first to greet us as we open the metal door. Then my grandpa's ghost is second to do so. The first thing we do is open the windows of the rooms we're going to sleep in. The window becomes this gateway to cold bliss that contrasts the suffocating heat. My cousin went to sleep in the other room. It was dark. I sat on the bed and lit a cigarette. The bed was close to the window. As I hit the lighter, the orange hue of the fire blinded me, reminding me how dark it was. I looked through the window. The trees and nearby houses were reduced to mere silhouettes blending with the moonlit night sky. It took me a while to realize that the iron bars were obscuring the view. Maybe it's because they melted into the silhouettes and split the sky into 5 long rectangular shapes, unlike in the cities. You can see a large number of stars, posing like fireflies you long to touch, but you get disappointed when your hands remind you that they're light years away. It is unreal how different the cold breeze was to the sweat-inducing heat of the inside. I found it fun when I take a sip of the cigarette and watch the red glowing tip intensify, then calm down as I stop. My inner child was having fun, but was also afraid. Halfway through the cigarettes, I remembered her and something she said to me in argument, our last one. I was so attached to her, I would have accepted to face the dancing dolls and not see her go in return. I don't know if I loved her. I find that it has no real importance. She's gone now. On our last argument, she said, "You don't miss me, you miss my chest." For the lack of a more decent term, I know for certain that I saw her for more than that, but maybe she wasn't completely wrong. I indeed sometimes miss her body more than I miss her. I hate myself for it. Perhaps I'm a horrible person. It is still her. Her body is still her. And what's the boundary of a self? The lights of the room turned on and brought me back to reality. It was my cousin. He couldn't sleep. Mosquitoes kept kissing his skin on his futile attempt at slumber. He started burning some mosquito repellent pills. They weren't supposed to be used like that. They required a device that you plug the pill into, and we didn't have that. He found me writing this. He didn't say anything about it. He just talked about how annoying those mosquitoes were. The scars are indeed unpleasant, but I don't mind the bites. I don't find them really that bad. I don't mind the mosquitoes like he does. My cousin went to sleep in the other room, and I know for a fact that his inner child is afraid. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.